Have you ever wondered how a lean fighter can unleash a devastating strike that knocks out his opponent instantly? Or how a wrestler pounces with lightning speed like a wild predator taking down its prey? What about that football player who leaps to unbelievable heights, the kind we thought only existed in movies, and another who sprints with a speed that feels almost like light itself? Statistics show that the most powerful human punch ever recorded reached a staggering 5,000 to 6,000 newtons of force, the highest standing vertical jump, an incredible 1.25 meters, defying gravity itself, and the world record for the high jump, a jaw-dropping 2.45 meters. As for sprinting, the fastest recorded human speed reached 44.7 kilometers per hour. So what's the common factor behind these superhuman feats? Just two words: explosive power. That sudden surge when the muscles unleash their hidden power in a split second, as if an electric charge were firing through the body. This phenomenon was only identified after decades of observation and scientific advancement. Early on, coaches began to notice that elite athletes possessed a unique ability to generate immense power in a fraction of a second, an ability that went beyond just strength or speed. As sports science evolved in the mid-20th century, researchers discovered what we now call fast-twitch muscle fibers, the biological foundation behind explosive movement. This understanding was further refined by Soviet and Eastern European training systems, which developed specialized exercises aimed at enhancing explosive power output, techniques that are now considered a core component of athletic training programs across nearly all sports. It's only natural if you haven't heard of this concept, unless you're a professional athlete, since it's typically reserved for elite training environments and high-performance coaching. But in this video, we're going to break it down and show you exactly how to develop explosive power effectively using science-backed methods and proven training strategies. So, what is explosive power? Explosive power is the body's ability to generate maximum force in the shortest amount of time. In other words, it's a fusion of muscular strength and speed, producing fast, impactful movement. This power is displayed in any action that requires a sudden burst, like the examples we mentioned earlier. It also demands a high level of neuromuscular coordination and rapid activation of fast-twitch muscle fibers. At its core, explosive power is a complex interaction between the nervous system and the muscular system, working together in a precise and coordinated way. To develop it, you must first understand the systems responsible for producing it. These are maximum muscular strength, neural activation speed, high velocity training, stretch-shortening cycle, SSC, neuromuscular coordination. Let's break each of these down, one by one. First element, maximum strength, slow speed, training. This training method focuses on lifting weights close to your 1 rep max, executed at a relatively slow tempo with strict attention to perfect form. Why is this important? Because maximum strength is the foundation of explosive power. Remember, explosive power, Zioku strength plus speed. So, the strength part must already be present in both your muscles and nervous system. Let's say one athlete can generate 100 kg of force, while another can generate 150 kg. When both attempt an explosive movement, the one with 150 kg will always have the upper hand. That's why this type of training acts like expanding the engine before testing it at full speed. Here's how to apply it. This method involves performing high-intensity exercises using heavy weights, up to 95% of your 1 rep max, with low repetitions, typically 3 to 5 reps, across 3 sets, with long rest periods between them. The focus is on compound movements such as squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. While these exercises may seem classic, the way you perform them here is anything but traditional. So, what happens inside the body during this type of training? First, the fast-twitch muscle fibers are activated. Heavy weights force the nervous system to recruit these fast muscle fibers, which are the primary drivers of strength and muscular explosion. At the same time, the central nervous system ramps up, strengthening the connection between the brain and muscles, which improves neural control and movement awareness. To sum it up simply, maximum strength is the fuel tank. Explosive power is the rate at which the fuel is released. Second element, rate of force development. This is the ability to generate maximum force in the shortest possible time, starting from rest or from a sudden burst. It's not just about how much force you can produce, but how quickly you can produce it. This becomes crucial in unexpected situations where a sudden attack or immediate defense is required. For example, a boxer may be able to generate 200 kilograms of force, but it takes him a second and a half to deliver it. Meanwhile, his opponent can only produce 120 kilograms, but he releases it in a fraction of a second. Although the first boxer is stronger, the second one is faster at exploding forcefully and therefore has the upper hand in the fight. What happens at the neurological level? Every movement begins with a signal from the nervous system to the muscles. The faster this signal travels, the greater the number of muscle fibers recruited at that initial moment, and the higher the rate of force development. So, the rate of force development equals speed of neural signal transmission, speed of activation of fast-twitch muscle fibers, effective coordination and timing from the very first instant. How do we train this ability? Training must be fast, light, and explosive all at once. And the most effective way to achieve this is through sprinting, especially short, explosive sprints, which demand rapid force activation with every step, particularly during the acceleration phase. Additionally, plyometric exercises play a key role, such as box jumps, high jumps, single leg jumps, along with explosive weight training using light loads, about 40% of your 1 rep max performed at maximum speed like jump squats, clap push-ups. Remember, the movements must be very fast, just like sprinting, and heavy weights are unnecessary. Third element, high speed strength. This is the ability to produce force efficiently during high speed movements. It's not just about generating force from a stationary position, it's about maintaining that force while moving at high velocity. As movement speed increases, the body naturally loses some of its ability to generate force. Therefore, this type of training aims to break through this physiological limit. In many sports and physical activities, explosive movements are not just a single action, but a continuous series of fast movements, such as in combat sports. For example, an athlete runs fast toward the ball, but can't kick it powerfully because his muscles haven't adapted to producing force under speed. Or a boxer moves lightly and quickly, but his punches lack power because his muscles weren't trained to generate force while moving. Scientifically, as movement speed increases, the available time to recruit muscle fibers decreases. Neural signals face greater demands for coordinated response, and the effectiveness of torque production declines. Therefore, acquiring high-speed strength is an essential component that cannot be ignored. How do we train this quality? The rule is simple: lightweight, fast, repetitive. The most effective exercises are jump squats with light weights, about 30% of your 1 rep max, focusing on producing maximum acceleration with minimal resistance, performing the jumps quickly and with proper technique. Push-up exercises using resistance bands, medicine ball throws at maximum speed. Regarding technique, speed is the key focus, not heavy weights. Precision and movement quality are essential. This training enhances the ability to maintain force during dynamic, high-speed movements. Fourth element, stretch-shortening cycle. This is a natural physiological phenomenon that occurs when a muscle is rapidly stretched and immediately contracted. Its purpose is to generate additional elastic rebound force without extra muscular effort, resulting in more explosive movement and more efficient energy use. This happens in 3 phases. Eccentric phase, rapid stretch. The muscle lengthens suddenly under force, like the rapid dip before a vertical jump. Amortization phase, immediate transition. A very brief moment between stretch and contraction. The shorter this phase, the less energy is lost. Concentric phase, explosion. The muscle contracts instantly, releasing stored elastic energy as explosive force. Classic example. In the vertical jump, the faster and sharper the counter movement before takeoff, the greater the launch power. So, what is the role of the stretch-shortening cycle in explosive strength? This element's role lies in converting the stored kinetic energy in the tendons into additional propulsive force, reducing reliance solely on muscular strength and training the body to fully utilize every phase of the movement. How can this quality be trained? Key exercises include depth jumps, jumping off a box and immediately exploding upward upon landing. Continuous and long jumps, counter-movement squats, where the descent is rapid, followed by a quick and powerful upward drive. Fifth and final element, Neuromuscular coordination. This is the nervous system's ability to precisely manage and direct muscle activity, whether within a single muscle or across multiple muscles. It enables the body to use every ounce of strength in the right direction and at the right moment. It is divided into intramuscular coordination, controlling the number and type of muscle fibers activated within a single muscle during contraction. Intermuscular coordination, achieving synergy between different muscles during complex movements. For example, hip, knee, and ankle working together during a jump, shoulder, arm, and torso coordinating during a punch. Explosive strength depends on accuracy and timing. Without good coordination, energy is wasted activating muscles inefficiently and performance suffers despite strong muscles. Therefore, this coordination is what transforms a powerful engine into a controlled, directed system. How can it be trained? Key exercises include Olympic lifts and compound movements. Shadow boxing for combat sports. This will enable the ability to convert raw strength into functional directed power, releasing it with precise timing. Explosive strength without coordination is like a strong engine without a steering wheel. In summary, to achieve what is called explosive strength, these are the elements you must understand and develop. I hope you have benefited from this video.